Welcome to Sad Boys, a podcast about feelings and other things also. I'm Jarvis.
I'm Jordan. What's up, man? How's it going?
Thank you for asking.
I'll take it back.
Oh. And that's the show, everybody. Okay.
All right.
So this is a segment I like to call, I know I'm in the right and this feels bad, and I need you to tell me that I shouldn't feel bad and it's the other person's fault and they're bad, actually. I'm going to read you...
You had a battle of the minds
Hinge,
online.
I'm going to read you some Hinge messages.
Okay.
6'1.5", by the way.
No big deal. Look up his Hinge. find it.
Match with somebody.
Nice. So far, nice.
Discuss some travel.
Okay, nice.
I'm not going to get into too many specifics. They said, oh, wow, the view must be stunning. Then they told me what neighborhood they're in. And then I said, do you want to grab a drink in your neighborhood this weekend?
Okay.
And they said, I'd love to, but I have family in town and I'm going to take them around. Are you free next Tuesday? And I said, yes. Do you want to do Tuesday the 9th, which was yesterday? And they said, yes, smiley face. So we're up. Then I go, how's this place? How's this bar in this neighborhood at 7? That sounds good, smiley face. I immediately respond, it's a date, whatever. Then a few days go by. It's Monday, one day before Tuesday, famously.
Nice. Rebecca Black told me about that.
No, that's a different day of the week.
Oh, fuck.
I said, hey, still on for tomorrow at 7. Then I followed that up with, here's my phone number if anything comes up. And then the last thing I sent was, 2 hours before the date was supposed to happen, hi, just checking in. And
good follow. I've bumped again because the very good follow.
Yeah, nothing crazy. We're not trying to blow someone up, but they, never heard from him again.
Interesting move.
And I feel bad about that.
That's I mean, that's just like, so it's just like bad in a very vanilla way.
Yeah.
Where it's everybody likes to front. Everybody likes to lop as a ghosting. I'm so sick of people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they're like? Oh, I would never do something like that. I always recycle. Throws trash in mouth of person outside. Just
right.
like, obviously not.
Yeah.
It is people. Ghosting is so easy, and all you have to do is not respond to something, which
right.
is my favorite thing to do. And it isn't super disrespectful. Then I won't be a red pill about it, but
it's like, it feels a little bit worse than ghosting, because ghosting I'm kind of cool with. Like, I just don't mind.
Well, there's inconvenience.
Because when you set aside time, I could have been hanging out with the boys.
Yeah.
I could have been doing a fun little thing, and obviously I can reschedule, but I'm a little bit of a busy guy.
Well,
I'm a little bit of an energy manager where I like to make sure that I'm not overpacking my schedule, tiring myself out. I like to keep a good balance of doing stuff to rest. So
you're popping it on the calendar, and then you're spending that Tuesday not being too out and about, because you want to conserve a little bit of it. Gets to the moment.
Doing my little work day, thinking, hey, I've got something to look forward to this evening.
And then you have all that extra energy.
Ooh.
You start floating, your powers activate in moments of rage. I can tell.
My eyes are just pure white.
Pure white, they roll back in your head. And then it's because this girl didn't respond.
And then now I'm just levitating over my bed.
You'll carry covered in blood.
Yeah.
That sucks, man. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I do want to give kudos though. The escalation point where a little bit of it, and we both received this, which is why I'm like referencing, is the jump to the most aggressive or most critical response, like, oh, I guess just you don't have any respect for me or something. Like, whoa, hey, there's always a chance.
And also, it's like something can come up. The thing I will say that the reason that it was particularly annoying was because I was looking forward to it, and so it's one of those where you're like, I feel foolish for looking forward to something. Obviously, silly thought, but I will also say that this exact thing has happened to me probably a handful of times in the last year, maybe year and a half. And
that was so much assurance.
That's
what's
the
weird.
thing that, and I'm noticing a trend. Maybe this is my like I'm an economist identifying an economic bubble. I'm noticing a social ghosting bubble.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, wow, I have actually planned a few like dates where the person agrees to it and then just never like responds again.
With that, the double down, the lock confirm.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I think it's like, I have been in the situation many a time where a date comes up and I am not feeling it because of whatever's going on in my day life, brain chemicals or whatever. And that I will say, not feeling great, would love to rain check. Maybe I'll toss a date out. Maybe I don't even have the energy to do that, but I will communicate.
And they're free to take that away and go like, well, I don't want to try that again. They can
if they want to say, if you wanted to, we would, then that's valid. I am in bed, quite literally. But other than that, been doing pretty good. I think I'm a little overwhelmed simply by virtue of like not getting my best rest, and thus everything feels more dire.
Yes.
Like when I'm not fully recharged, I'm like, oh, now the sky feels like it's falling.
You're starting the day with fewer spell slots.
Exactly. I'm doing a challenge run.
It's like the novelty's fun of it, but now I'm partway through the challenge run. I'm like, another 100 hours.
Oh man,
this is
now I got to do this very special grind.
All right, it is funny that I'm only running a party of druids,
and I can't even make the YouTube video about it unless I finish.
Oh, respect to those guys, by the way.
Yeah,
people doing super elaborate speed runs. The hours that like Tomato Anus puts into a video.
Yeah,
to put out a 3-hour video explaining something really intricate, and I'm like, wow, we're the same.
The people
I'm a YouTuber too. I'm the same.
I mean, like, yeah, shout out to like in the RuneScape space, shout out to Settled for all of his like insane masochistic runs. But
low energy. When you say rest, do you mean just like sleep literally, or more so?
Yeah, I think it's like I'm getting maybe slightly below average rest, but feeling more unrested
than
maybe average baseline.
You have been very healthily a social bastard recently.
Trying. I think that there's some pieces. It's another one of those situations where I like think back to like my therapist would be like 5 pillars, you know, and it'd be like, are you hydrating? Are you eating well? Are you socializing? Are you resting? Are you self-actualizing with I think those are the 5 with your, you know, interests or work or what have you.
Eating, drinking, socializing, actualizing. What was the other one? I think it was the first one.
Yeah.
Sleeping.
Sleeping. Yeah. And so
I've not heard that before.
And so, and it's like, if I'm cranky, if I'm sad, if I'm whatever, that's like a type of thing I would like check in with. And
that's your rhetoric for
because
like
it's like if one of your meters is low, then that should be the check engine light.
Oh, you see the little red plumb bob or whatever above the sim, and you're like, oh, piss.
Right, I gotta go to the bathroom. The most common one is you know, people will be like, I was so cranky, and then I realized I hadn't eaten for 5 hours or something like that, and then you have a snack, and then you like feel more like a person. Like,
I'm so hungry, but you're actually thirsty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh right, yeah, and then that's another. Speaking of, I'm gonna drink a little of my agua.
Oh my god. It's booze.
Let him go.
Wow. Jose Cuervo Silva. What a joke. Oh my god.
He's really
There's a scorpion in it.
So
Brap.
That's me burping. How about yourself? How you hanging?
Yeah, similar rhythm. I do want to say I get, not to be overly sentimental, but I do get a lot of like comfort and lift from seeing you do well, and not in maybe like the ways a family would observe normally, or like this, and it's like, how's the career going, or how's X or Y event, you know, like postable things.
Yeah.
More so in like how frequently I've seen you push past like a low to go to something, or to organize or be involved. And I know like you've also been making a lot of progress on like physical health stuff.
Yeah.
And I think I've been generally seeing that around my friends a lot lately. And I think that might be honestly generally why I'm feeling better. I'm still on the high from getting home and being comfy.
One of the pillars that might have left out, and I don't know which one might be in the same pillar, is like exercise, which is one where this past week I haven't been as on it. And I know that that's another, life hack. Get active, you'll feel better, blood's pumping and all that.
Hundreds of millions of years of evolution. Right. Needed this, always has.
But
it's I think maybe just coincidentally, I was having a chat with somebody the other day and they were specifically lamenting like they're in their getting into their like late 20s and they aren't self-conscious about age or anything, but they're just like, I know a lot of people that are having their what am I doing with my life? And outside of the obvious pillars where that is like an actual tangible thing, like work or like where I'm living or my relationship, like a thing that what am I doing with it? Let me diagnose. Do I like it? Blah, blah, blah. They were talking kind of more broadly about just what, like cosmically, like, right? Like where is this going? So and so. And they were talking about how that's not actually something they're burdened by and they feel weird that they aren't. And it got me. I know we both have it aplenty, and always, I think it's just kind of the way our brains are wired or whatever, and everybody has it. I've kind of been ignoring it for a few years because I thought I was trapped a handful of years ago. Right?
Yeah, I remember that.
I can't go anywhere.
I remember that.
And there's almost like when things are, when the house is on fire, you're very present.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, where's my life going? I don't know. I know where my life is. I need to be here doing this thing. Like, there's people that need me. I'm on something. And then as soon as I left that environment, I'm kind of like, it's R&R a little bit. And I'm getting the deep breath for the last few years. And now this person mentioned it and I remembered how to have an existential crisis. It was like they refreshed me and I went like, that's right. Every now and then I'm supposed to go like, hey, what's the point of this? Where am I going? What am I doing? And like, for whatever reason, I don't know if this is the final answer to that or if this is, it's certainly not like a policy prescription for everyone, but spending a lot of time with the people I care about and seeing them do well. Mm-hmm. Something about seeing it's inspiring, but also just like kind of entertaining.
But that's also the value of community, right? Like, because everything is not up to you. And it's like, if one of us succeeds, everyone succeeds. And so there is that like it's like sharing the load.
Yeah.
And
there's like literally selfishly, if I'm scared about some element of my life or health or something, and I'm surrounded by people who I know can and would support me and are in a position to in their life, then it's like, okay, well, I'm going to sleep a little better at night because I don't need to, doesn't rummage. And like, it got me thinking back to when I think all the points I remember being the most depressed were the least community active times. Like it's like a one-to-one.
It's one of those
school
things.
When I was
it's like
lonelier.
I think one of the things that's shittiest about depression is and maybe this isn't just a depression thing, maybe it's a depression plus ADHD thing, but there's a lot of co-symptomatic things with those, is that when you've got the depression goggles on, you don't see the obvious stuff that you're not doing that would make you feel better. It's as if it's like
parasite.
Did you do the big high five in the morning that makes you feel good? And you're just like, I've been forgetting that.
Shit.
I knew it was something.
You know what I should try? I should try remembering bad experiences I had in the past.
That
could help.
It's possible.
Let me try that.
Look, I haven't tested it. Oh no, this is bad, and I'm having.
What time is it? I missed the high five.
I missed the high five. I missed the bus. I've got to walk. I can't walk. I don't have a car.
It does. It is like that. That's almost like the exact experience of depression versus just feeling low. Where the depression is almost like it's like it rewires your self-care process. You go like, well, what would help? Oh, what about not showering? Like, no, that actually would make you feel worse. You're like, right.
The lack of momentum on, like, because I think that, at least in my life, there are certain like periods where there's momentum and things feel like everything is like handled, and almost as if like muscle memory and momentum are carrying you through. And when that momentum slows to a stop, it's almost like you having to remember to walk, or or some sort of, or throw a football, or like a mechanical thing that maybe you've been doing your whole life, to the point where it's become automatic memory. Is that the psychology term? The memory that's you know how like when people have brain damage and stuff, they can still remember to drive. That's right.
Yeah, like firefighters can still climb a ladder fast.
Yeah. So it's like that type of memory. It's not long term. It has there's a different word. But anyway, sometimes reminding yourself of those things and then doing them feels mechanical, like you're doing it for the first time. Like I'm playing QWOP and I'm having to like move every individual like tendon to get things going again. And then you're looking at your legs
and you're going like, man, I'm so stupid that I'm. You're playing QWOP, and in a game you cannot play without flopping around and going like, I'm so floppy.
Right.
Such a floppy idiot.
Right. Has someone done and we don't need to look this up, but has someone done a tool-assisted like QWOP run where it looks really natural? Like, because if you were like frame perfect with QWOP, can you just like not?
He walks to work.
Yeah.
Hello, family. This episode of Sad Boys is sponsored by Green Chef.
If you want to feel your best this summer, there's no better time to get Green Chef, the #1 meal kit for clean eating.
Green Chef makes it easy to spend less time in the kitchen and more time enjoying the wonderful summer, especially with their new Heat and Eat meals, where you can enjoy a delicious, wholesome meal in just 3 minutes.
Green Chef recipes feature fresh, organic, seasonal produce and responsibly sourced proteins to help you feel your best and support your wellness journey.
Enjoy salads ready in just 5 minutes, protein-filled breakfasts, or nutrient-rich smoothies to fuel your day. Green Chef is ready to nurture your nutritional needs.
Green Chef has 80-plus dietitian-approved meal options every single week, with options like Mediterranean, gluten-free, protein-heavy, plant-based, and even calorie-smart options. Green Chef makes it easy to find a meal that fits your lifestyle.
With week-to-week flexibility, you can adjust your plan to match your mood and your schedule.
Schedule, even.
God, wait. Yeah, what do you say?
I say schedule.
Cool.
Make this summer your healthiest yet with Green Chef. Head on over to greenchef.com/50sadboys and use code 50sadboys at checkout to get 50% off your first month and then 20% off for the next 2 months with free shipping.
That's code 50sadboys at greenchef.com/50sadboys.
Thanks to Green Chef for sponsoring this episode. Speaking of community, something I wanted to briefly touch on is that when I said, how's it hanging earlier, I almost said, how is your Michael Penis Jr.?
Oh, thank you so much for asking.
Which is a football joke.
That's right.
Because we've been playing fantasy football.
My fantasy football team, Michael Penis Sr., because I drafted a player
Michael
with
Penix
moderate
Jr.
stats called Michael Penix Jr.
For the Atlanta Falcons quarterback.
Dude, you should have seen me. Right. So we went over, we were at Jacob's house, and I have something on the board about you, Jacob.
It does just say Jacob, which is like very
Should we talk
ominous.
about it now?
I just want to say, I'm sat there doing the fantasy football. I'm like learning this stuff for the first time. I've never followed football. I've never done fantasy before. And I'm just sat there, and I was literally on the app, and I think Eddie might have spotted it because he was like, "Hey, what are you looking at?" Because he just saw me go like, like start smiling like the Joker when I found Michael Penix.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, this is. Oh, he's okay.
Yeah. I mean,
did you see that
he's good.
The inevitable happened? That someone who was working the sort of like, I don't know what you call it, on the title on
yeah, like the lower third and like a news thing.
Someone typed in
Michael
penis accidentally.
Look.
Intrusive thoughts.
Ellis Island accidentally put Penix. It was supposed to be penis, I bet.
The internet was like, it was inevitable. We knew this was going to happen.
One funny thing is that I saw a tweet that was like 20 years ago, the Atlanta Falcons had another dual threat black quarterback whose letter was one letter off from a penis, and it was Michael Vick. Oh, and first name Michael.
Yeah, Michael, wow. Which is the funniest first name before a funny last name.
Oh, because it's just all of the syllables in Michael.
Perfect.
And it's not Mike.
Nope. Michael that was not as funny.
Is not, yeah, Mike Penis.
I don't know, I think Mike Penis or Mike Dick is pretty funny.
Mike Dick's pretty good. Michael Ballsack. Ballsack's really good.
Ballsack's
Jimmy Bollocks. That was my Steam name for like 4 years. And then it was Jimmy Pierce. And then it was Bill Gates is getting divorced. I don't remember.
And you were right.
I was too. I nailed that one. Jacob. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say that you did a very interesting fantasy football strategy. I'm also not
Sun Tzu's
I'm not an NFL guy, but I'm trying to become one. I grew up watching college, and so I have a lot of like extra information that the average person wouldn't have, but because I don't follow the NFL,
you have that like limbic firefighter can climb the ladder
in there. Yeah. There's some stuff because I go like I'm like a guy who woke up from a coma from 2010, and I'm like, oh, the Harbaugh brothers, they're coaching the NFL.
The president is the guy from Home Alone 2.
Matt like for example, the Bills kicker Matt Prater. The Bills just won this amazing Week 1 win over the Ravens, where in the fourth quarter they scored. They were down 15 with 4 minutes left in the game, and they miraculously won. And the kicker Matt Prater, I go, he was Tim Tebow's kicker when Tim Tebow was the quarterback for the Denver Broncos for one season. And
the camera going into your eye.
That was right. And then I found out later there's a whole SNL sketch about it where Taryn, it's Jason Sudeikis is Jesus / Tim Tebow. Or no, I think he's just Jesus.
Oh, that is so long ago.
It was, yeah. And then Taryn Killam is Matt Prater, I think.
Yes.
Which is very funny because he's 41 years old, so all the players were like, is he like a new coach or whatever?
The cobwebs blown off of your brain.
Anyway, that's the football moment.
I mean, I think it's just, that's maybe a good example of like, it's fun to do not just stuff with your friends, but it's fun to have little like moments to cling onto when you're not feeling as hot. Like if you're feeling like, oh man, I don't even know if people like me, or I don't know if I'm good in environments. And then you think back to like, well, that was like a nice dinner with friends. That is good.
The thing is, it's like when you're younger, there are these types of experiences, community experiences that you take for granted, especially if you go to like a college, if you go to a 4-year college where you're on campus and they're like sitting around with your friends watching TV.
Yeah.
You know, like, because or if you live with roommates, maybe
you wanted to watch TV and you only have one.
Or it's like, because this past Sunday, me and Eddie and some other people came over to Jacob's place, and we all just sat on the couch and watched football for like a lot of the day. And it's like mostly nothing, but the vibes are really good. The vibes are solid. And you're like, this is so obvious because this is something I enjoyed doing in high school. This is something I enjoyed doing in college. It's something I took for granted. And now in adulthood, in the absence of a lot of like communal third spaces, places to be, hang out with community, it's easy to silo yourself and forget that you like being around your friends.
And that, I don't know, maybe it's just like American work mindset propaganda, optimize everything stuff, but the idea that to spend time with people, you need to be at your best.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's something I know we both, and most people we know, will get kind of burdened by, is like, yeah, but I'm like not doing super hot today. I think I just bring the vibe down. It's like,
right.
I don't know, like a good set of friends actually, the way you know that they're good friends is you adapt to it. It lifts you up a little.
And also just like a type of activity, like a leisurely activity where half the time you're not even paying attention to what's going on. You could be in your own little world doing your thing, but you know, you're still there. It's like, I feel like we're aliens explaining friendship, but it's
we're
just
explaining it to a version of ourselves that is, like you said, forgetting to do the high five that you do in the morning that makes you feel good.
Yeah, that's this is not even a joke. There's my 8th grade history teacher, Dr. Jamie Morris, incredible human being. He still sends me like birthday messages on Facebook. He's the sweetest man in the world. And just was so influential to like so many students, to the point where he would have like little gatherings where former students would come back and, you know, chat, and he'd catch up with everybody. He's a sweetheart. I don't know how he keeps up with all of us. Anyway,
I haven't heard from him, but
he in his classroom had a little plaque right next to the doorway as you're leaving that said, "Do your best today," and you were supposed to hit it when you left.
That's so
and
sweet.
I think about that sometimes. That was like the high five that reminds you to like have a good time.
Yeah, dude, that is. You know what I think might have become like a little bit of a bug in our brain is all of this stuff became office dependent to me. A lot of this, activate yourself in the morning. And you go in and then you see people, and a lot of the time it's like, hey, we're all going to do a little 5 minute stand-up.
You can't wear sweatpants because you got to go into the office.
Come on, buddy.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I did.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to go.
Mm-hmm.
Who's bad at their job now?
But I was talking to some of our other friends too, and this experience is shared amongst many of us, where it's like, friendship. Isn't that good?
The thing I do feel a little bad about is that the number one piece of advice, if asked by like, you know, somebody that's younger and like feeling lonely or feeling unmotivated, and I don't mean motivated in a career sense, just motivated to enjoy and, you know, flourish in whatever way they can and want to. It is like find people, and that is a completely worthless piece of advice.
True.
Action wise.
Yeah.
Like find people.
Yeah. How do you start the car?
Because I can't.
I'm in the car. Nuanced. I have no key. How do I learn to hotwire it to make it go?
And I don't know what car it is, and I don't know how to hotwire any car.
Yeah, and you're like, oh well, some of us had keys to our cars.
My one was in motion.
Yeah, some of the cars were in motion. Some of us learned how to hotwire at an early age.
I fell asleep and woke up I don't remember ever really putting a lot. I mean, in my case, it was going weirdly. Actually, it was dropping out of school because then there were just kids who'd done the same, and I ended up in a community with that. But then college was the thing. That period of our lives where we acclimatized to socializing and doing that kind of parallel play stuff wasn't interrupted by a global pandemic.
Yeah.
So we got to build. I mean, you're still in touch with a handful of people you grew up with, and like,
and like
college too.
And that was big. Like for that period of my life, like not only did I have a community by virtue of the people from college like built in, even when I moved to San Francisco, which is across the country from Atlanta, Georgia, where I went to school, the nature of the industry that we were all in brought so many of us out there, not to mention Russell, who, you know, is my best friend from like 6th grade forward, was
a legend.
We both went to different universities. He went to Carnegie Mellon. I went to Georgia Tech. And then we went out to San Francisco. The first time we did it, we were like roommates, and then we moved out at separate times after and like had our own situations, but we kind of mashed our friend groups together. So it was like, we were meeting new people and kind of having a relatively large like community with which to like springboard.
Yeah. Well, you're meeting pre-screened people.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that already passed the sniff test from Russell.
Yeah.
So at least know they're likable.
Yeah.
Or at least rich.
Right.
Those are the two factors for me.
Jordan, this is kind of your final American form getting into football.
Oh, sorry. I thought you knew something about my
business. Jordan, this is your final episode.
Yeah, I'm wrapping it up. I think I made all the points.
Yeah.
No, I just mean like you're kind of you're already very American. But you're finally like, this is like watching football. That's like how more American can you get?
Smiling to myself, reading Penix, watching football.
Next Sunday, I don't know if we'll do it at Jacobs, but I'm also going to offer to host. Literally, just like come as you are, do whatever, and just there's going to be some games on. And now and this is a thing where I like, you know how I've talked about how I like to host because I can provide the thing, or like if I'm teaching people to play Magic, I'm like, okay, great. Here's the value I can provide. I'm like learning the storylines of like the NFL. So because so many people in our fantasy group haven't played fantasy before or don't follow the NFL. So now I can like provide extra context as someone who's also not
like a quest.
Yeah, it's like, but that's where like I'm like I bring hyper focus to the table, and now I've accumulated a bunch of information.
Yeah, I was thinking actually about the why the hosting's appealing too. We were just talking about it. The classic. I've got something coming up this evening. What do I do beforehand? Like, and you're just kind of like milling around because you're trying not to spend too much energy, but you also don't want to just like rot while you're waiting. I think hosting provides you with a 2-hour warm-up period where you are aware that people are going to be coming over soon.
True.
You're tidying up casually. You're getting popping some drinks in the fridge or something, getting some snacks out. And it's like there is an expectation to be normal by 8:30.
Right.
You not to start getting normal or to get there while in the Uber to the party, but you need to be the first normal person.
Hosting an activity or a watchy type thing is a lot easier than hosting a party in terms of the beginning. Because when you're hosting a party, you go, I sure hope that the first person to arrive is someone I have a relationship with already.
Yes.
Or else it's going to be just us, and I'm nervous bright lights. I'm nervous about navigating that. But it usually is always.
That's an art form. That's a martial art that I don't intend to ever hone. But the one person sat in the center of the couch, all the overhead lights are still on because you want people to be able to find the entrance. You're like, GMX is playing like really low volume in the background. You're like,
Speaking of being normal.
Here we go.
Us? Or you?
You know what isn't normal? Those dang clankers.
Whoa, slow down, dude. Slow down.
Whoa, Confederate flag you're holding.
What Confederocracy? I'm trying to think of how to technologize. Controller.
Is that about that?
It's the robocracy.
Anyway, so there's a trend right now on there's a dubious trend. This to segue from football. Our friend Michaela, it was like we have a group chat for this, and was like, I said Clanker in the group chat as a bit, and then Michaela was like, Jarvis, we were watching Clanker TikToks after you left, and I was like, sorry, and then I didn't want to look embarrassing in the group chat, so I sidebarred to Michaela, and I was like, what are you talking about? And then
you said to Michaela, how's your all-white football team that you're focused on drafting?
Yeah, they're the Cowboys, and Dak is black, and she doesn't have him. And then we started talking during pre-production, and I found out that there's a whole swath of these where the vibe is, hey, AI is becoming a thing, robots are becoming a thing. Hey, Elon's actually he's like gonna be selling like robots that can just hang out in your kitchen. These robots, these AI, they're losing the sheen, the luster on their metallic parts.
Yes,
and people are starting to refer to them derogatorily.
Is a clanker. It is fun.
And so what else?
It's a fun word.
And it is from Star Wars. Just want to
which is a series with no racism. First of all, okay, they're just.
There's one black guy in it.
That's what they sound like. That's what that race sounds like, and that's what that species looks like.
So
George desperately.
So it's like, you know who also experienced derogatory language? Let's watch some of these TikToks and think about where the comedy is coming from when the joke is, hey, what if we were racist or robot?
Remember being racist? Yeah, let's play another round of What's the Joke?
Yeah, what's funny about
it? It is true. Let's play a round of What's the Joke? Let's just start with
conducting a traffic stop in 2046. Parentheses, I have homophobia.
You have it. It's contracted.
Were you off to Gearhead?
Were you off to Gearhead?
Were you off to
Gearhead?
Gearhead?
Okay, cool.
So Gearhead, is a term
So I've watched a bunch of these, and I just want to say they love making up new slurs for robots.
Right. Well, that's the most fun part.
That is the most fun.
A lot of this is based on the fact that slurs are really fun.
They're like, ooh, it's face friendly.
Yeah. And it's like finally a place where I'm allowed to use slurs as long because you can invent a slur that is still racist. You know what I mean? And
because we've got all the classics. A hard consonant in the middle is a really strong one. An ER at the end. I mean, that never hurts.
Like if you wanted to create a new here, I'm going to create a new slur for black people. If a white guy in a Southern accent calls a black man a ghetto walker,
yep,
I think that's racist. Actually,
I mean, the science of old school race, like nouns like that. Shout outs to white people. They really figured that one out.
Yeah,
there's a long list of things black people doer.
Yeah,
they're big into that. Music haver. Music. Was it theater loud person is like a thing for a while. Like, isn't that like a cliche? Like this bar is loud at the movies.
Oh yeah, black people being loud. Oh yeah, there's so many. Yeah, the black people have crazy names.
Yeah, that's a bagger. Hey you, I caught you. You're the person in the comment that already wrote, hey, I don't care. It's not racism when it's against AI. Hey, that's not the point we're making. Right. So, you already left the comment. Don't edit it.
So yeah,
I caught you. I knew you were gonna be.
So yeah. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're gonna do a good old fashioned explain the joke, where we watch the joke and we analyze where the comedy is coming from.
Got anything downloaded I should know about? Any pirated content? You sure about that? Clanker, you're a muncher. I know what you're up to. No good, rotten wire back.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Let's think about this.
So we got
at least it's really long.
So where, like, if a cop is suspicious of you, is asking these questions and is referring to you with derogatory terms about your identity. Why? Where? If this is comedy, where is the comedy?
Is it?
Is it this used to famously happen to white people? Well, I mean, depending on what flavor it might be.
The thing is it is going on like this intuitively makes sense, right? Like we know what it is, right? It's square peg in the square hole. It's not like a complicated idea. The issue is, and the issue we're going to take with a lot of this stuff is that sometimes requires a little bit of scratching before you see what's beneath the surface. And I'll keep asking, what's the joke?
Yeah.
Is it remember how this happens?
Or is it I'm reenacting, I'm cosplaying a act of racism, right? Of like racial profiling, what he's doing there. And how funny that I'm kind of almost saying this slur, but I'm making it robo.
Well, that's the thing. It's evoking, at least in this case, in the cases I've seen, it's evoking anti-black racism. And
I mean, and wireback, I think that's a one-to-one.
Yeah, wireback
like
is
Mexican.
3 characters off of a Mexican slur.
Yeah.
Like a slur for Mexican people. Only 3 characters. That also ends in the last 4.
Which is also where it's like these guys get a little too excited. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, I want them all. Yeah. I'm not even going to evoke one type of. I'm gonna do a
melange.
It's been famine of racism. Now it's time for the feast.
So yeah, there's a template to comedy like this where. What if you took the stakes of something very serious and you replaced it with something silly? And the example I always think of is like we did this improv exercise where it's like act out a scene. I think it was like me and Brian, our friend Brian, we're acting out a scene where like one of us found out the other cheated in a relationship, and we're playing it completely straight, very emotional scene, right? And then now do that same scene, but replace it with you ate the last waffle in the refrigerator.
With the same level
of intensity.
You did that to me.
And so playing that straight, swapping out those things, there's a dissonance in the like level of seriousness comedy is had in that space. Yeah. And that is what's happening here but it's not a clean laugh. It's a dirty laugh. It still has the skeleton of the racism. It still has the DNA of the racism. And the reason it's funny...
It's remarkably well done.
It's like the reason it's funny is because of the racism. So maybe I'm too woke is what I'm saying.
I do think that, like, you know, if you go down to your local Chuckle Hut, you're going to see...
After I'm doing a type 5 at Yuck Yuck, so I'm headed down to the Chuckle Hut.
I'm one of the comedy assassins Rogan talks about in Austin, Texas.
Right. Then I'm driving 6 hours to the Chuckle Bucket.
In Tucson, Arizona, I used to go to Laughs with 2 Fs. Laff apostrophe S.
Oh, that's funny.
Laughs.
Right. It's a guy named Laugh. Who is like, this guy was built to create a comedy club.
But
he's not very funny.
You go down to any, you know, comedy club, you're going to see someone doing jokes where the laughs that they're getting are laughs that come from a nervousness that's like, are we allowed to do this?
Yeah,
are we allowed to?
Little shock joking.
But this I think is a little more insidious because it feels safe.
Yeah.
But then you realize who's laughing and why.
Yeah.
I know I don't need to pre-defend or whatever, but I almost feel like I want to, like, I'm trying to push my bona fides for I am not a offensive comedy is the problem guy.
Right.
In the slightest. But I think it says a lot that basically everyone that is coming from a place of authority on this had the exact same reaction, and I got the same text and sent the same text to a lot of different people and went like, hey, this is like, am I insane? Because this feels kind of like, no, a little bit.
Well, and to reiterate what Jarvis is saying, it's like, this isn't funny to a certain group of people.
Yeah.
And if you are laughing at it, you got to ask yourself why.
Well, because if you were a person who's experienced a traffic stop like this, and the words are just different, then it's not, I mean, it could be, but depending on the person, obviously we're not a monolith, but like it isn't fun. It's not fun to play in that space.
Yeah.
Another example I'll give that's disconnected from race. We were also in an improv class, and this is it's just interesting to think about. Like, I think a lot of people, it obviously kills the funny of the joke to explain the joke, but that's what I'm about. I'm about killing everything jokes wise.
We're the comedy Austin killers. Joe Rogan's killers.
Sorry, did you know how quick those laughs were happening? You were going 65 laughs per hour. Now I'm doing hey, you got any homophobia in there? You got any? I'm trying to figure out how to map that joke to the concept of writing a joke. Anyway, there was an improv class we were in, and this is funny because it's the reason that these class examples are interesting to me is because it is people who are learning about comedy and the structure of comedy.
The grammar of it.
I believe that we were in the same class. It was the Kaylee.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I before you even said anything, I knew which example.
What did you say?
It wasn't me. I was actually sitting down, hiding in my t-shirt.
So a lot of this like mapping of character and behavior is a big part of like comedy. So Key and Peele, it's like there are these characters, we know how these characters act, and now they're deviating from that in a funny way. Someone was lying on the ground dead, or at least that's what it was now established that they were. Someone's a cop, and they're analyzing the situation.
The exercise, I think, was you're two cops, you're both good at your job, you're investigating a crime scene, but you also know each other very well, so talk about stuff that's not the crime scene.
Right, because
in between,
especially when you're learning improv, a lot of stuff gets focused too much on, and we know each other from back in the, one person makes the choice to make it a sex crime scene. And then they begin going into a grotesque amount of detail about the extent to which this crime was done and detail. And then the teacher,
and they think the detail is funny.
They think that it's funny. And so the teacher stops them, thankfully, and kind of makes it a teaching moment. It's a similar thing where it's like you have now mapped like something really goofy onto a real thing that happens to real people that is not going to be funny to people connected to this thing.
Like you're gonna lose the audience.
You're gonna lose the audience.
And is mired in there's something sinister about how easily that you, whoever this platonic you is in the example, that you are able to juggle this so comfortably to the degree where it's like, do you think this is like not a big deal? Because like the other, it's not even a funny equivalent, but like an alternative version of that sketch, right, is it's the same escalation, except it's like a ridiculous murder. Like it seems like they cut the cord to the grand piano here and it landed on them, and then that triggered a mousetrap. And
it's like that
silly.
That is one where everyone shares the burden of like in these things where it's like an everyone experience. It's like you can make jokes about these dark topics, and you can even make jokes about these dark topics if you are maybe included in the, and I'm not here to say that you can't, by the way, I'm not here to police who can make the joke. I'm just saying it doesn't fucking land here.
Well, and also it's like, that's the thing is I have no interest in doing nor having a conversation about like what can and can't be published. I couldn't care less.
No.
What stuck out so vividly just about this trend in particular, because this is, and we'll check some other ones, this is the conceit that like this, it's the idea is, hey, remember like lynching, and what if it was a robot? There is something sinister to me, I think, about how comfortable so many people have been with this. Not because there's some like big moral damage that's happening because it got published, but because of what it says about the people publishing it, which includes people in our extended community, for a little peek behind the curtain. We know people that have dabbled in this to an extent. In order to really engage with it, you do kind of have to think racism is over.
Well,
there is a part of you that is going, well, it's like not like this isn't gonna bother people in that kind of way. It's like this isn't a heightening of anything. It's not a ridiculous heightening. It's just keywords. This is Mad Libs.
And the thing is, these things are going viral, so they're not losing the whole audience. It's connecting with a like-minded audience, and that's kind of our algorithm-based internet of today. Is like you can find your audience, but then you look at the comments and it's kind of like a lightning rod for maybe some of the worst takes. The amount of like civil rights leaders made robot puns, Rosa Parks, like things like that, where it's like, okay, are we, there's a little bit of, are you laughing with us or are you laughing at us? And that is very hard for someone who doesn't have a history of experiencing these like things. It's hard to get the audience to believe that you're on, their side. I'm
just struggling to access, like, as a cis straight guy, right? I don't think under any kind of like, as Jordan Adika, I don't think I'm under some kind of like moral obligation to say or not say X or Y. Sure. But personally, there is something grim and demonic about if I were to make the equivalent sketch like this about, I'm an Uber driver and my passenger's like a robot, but trans is what I'm implying.
Right.
Like, and I'm all of a sudden recreating like the threatening experience that a lot of trans people have had, but I'm calling it like
the threatening experience as a hypothetical fantasy circumstance when it is making light of a real, not hypothetical, tangible experience that people have.
It's Mad Libs. It's the thing. It's not like, it'd be like that murderer sketch, except it's like, and then they got killed.
Right. It's like when
it's like
when Pete Davidson was like making 9/11 jokes, it hits very different because his dad died in 9/11.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make the same type. Like if I'm to make a 9/11 joke, which I haven't made a career out of, but I would have to find an angle that is like, that would be a tough It would be a tough needle for me to thread.
It's also pretty, like, it's worn territory.
Given
right?
that I have no personal connection to, other than being, a kid during that happening.
Also, also to your point, a lot of this feels like either A, this is long in the past, or B, this is movies.
Mm-hmm.
This is movies.
I'm imitating movies. I'm not imitating real life. And it's like, well, no, this actually happens in real life.
Especially this one, because let's check out some of the ones, but some of the other ones are at least like. Not at least like this changes anything.
I do feel a little bit like we might be getting ahead of ourselves on this one particular one because we've seen more of them. So let's watch some more.
No good, rotten wire back. Why don't you got the car for me?
Can you imagine a hypothetical situation where like a cop would say a slur to someone that they didn't think was a person? Yeah, no. Oh, we lost him. We lost him. Well, that's just like that's just kind of the wacky. That's just kind of my wacky mind.
How do you even think of this stuff? Stuff like, bro, what? Us being most podcasts, by the way,
right?
They're like, wait, what if a baby was like it died or something?
Oh, that's crazy.
That'd be like so twisted. Which, by the way, completely all I relied on for comedy in 2010 is me going on Sickopedia. Was a website, and it was a ranking of the most offensive jokes of the day and the week and the whatever, and it works because it's almost like clapping your hands really close to someone and they flinch, and it's like, hey, got a reaction,
and that is a thing that when you're young enough, people go, you flinched.
And they're like, fuck, I did.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, they did. They got me on that one.
Were you programmed to be this suspicious? You guys just come out like that? Yeah, well, beep, 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 boo. You know what that means? You're going to jail. You don't have any feelings.
I will say, as time went on, I felt like he was running a little low on parallels.
Well, I think he's relying a lot on his funny movements, shaking the light, chomping on his gum, he's kind of doing physical comedy because
it's a template.
The substance of his comedy is not there. You know what I mean?
It also just has absolutely no escalation. The stakes start and end at exactly the same place.
It is.
So it just didn't need to be 2 minutes.
I just I think what I'm struggling with is I hope that the comparison at least lands a little more for some people who might not connect with it otherwise, but I'm like, it almost feels like the joke here is, remember this absurd thing. Forgetting that actually that's just literally it. There's also, final thing I will throw out. This is important because this happens in fantasy media as well a lot of the time. The big difference, and this is not something that has to be wrestled with within the comedy. It's just something that generally pisses me off with, I guess allegory and even Blade Runner dabbles in a little bit of this where are the replicants different from us or are we all kind of the same?
Yeah.
I'm like,
are they human?
The difference between black people and the robot is the metal. It's the difference between dark elves and light elves is one is contend to a spider, and so they are literally different.
Yeah.
They literally are different.
Yeah.
As opposed to, it's not a social construct whether or not your arm can turn into a beam cannon or something.
Right.
That's unless.
If you did that right now,
that would be so sick.
It would be so sick.
It would be so cool.
Dude, we can make a sketch about it.
I
have to go to the back of the bus. I'm a robot.
When your friend is freaking
black.
When your friend is freaking black.
Wait, we should make that sketch.
Yeah.
Let's watch a couple more of these.
Yeah.
Should we watch the one you made?
No.
Which one did you want to
editing it yet?
Oh, you were doing punch up.
Yeah. I'm watching these to get an idea of how to make a good one.
If the 2050s become like the 1950s.
This quite literally is saying it, but instead it's
robophobia.
Wait, it's so funny to be so transparent.
Yeah.
Because it's I did a find and replace, and I replaced the N-word with Clanker, and then I hit send.
You know, I can't say that.
Dude, I'm so excited that there's something close to the N-word. I can almost pretend to do the N-word now.
Ooh, I can treat myself.
I actually don't think that the intent is racism, by the way.
No, that's the weird part about it.
I think that the reason this becomes a trend is that this is the thing where everyone goes oh, this is funny and I'm not thinking about it too much. And then other people who like the people like this creator who didn't think about it too much and then made this is finding a like-minded audience of people who aren't thinking about it too much. And then there's a whole other group of people who are like, hey, this is actually just
like I flinched when you did
that. Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know what though? The thing is like we're talking about like, hey, offensive comedy can be allowed, whatever. I don't think people making this think it is offensive comedy.
No, they don't.
This isn't.
They think
that's
it's
what's
safe.
weird.
That's what I think that's what's interesting to talk about is that there are people that we know. There are people that we, or at least there's people who that I know enough to not think that they are ill-meaning. They simply have TikTok brain.
Yeah, the poison is already there.
The trend is happening. I need to do the trend.
And it is a decent 15-second with the homies joke. Like, just sat at home with the friends and you go like, oh, like, imagine like the cop was racist, but it was a robot. And it kind of works for like 10, 15 seconds. And you go like, and then, I don't know, something would happen. Yeah. We won't publish that one. Nowhere to go with that. As opposed to like, no, let's just recreate a one-to-one experience. Cops chewing gum, tapping his little flashlight, saying stuff. You know how like when they like kill a black guy?
Also, that like this has been done before in a lot of like media already because we've had CGI for a long time and robots, but a lot of times it is just handled with more care because of the illusion that is very easy to make.
I think you're right. It is the thing that is unsettling is that it is not offensive to them. Because otherwise, I'd just be like, this is just kind of a mid-sketch.
I will confess that the first, like, maybe 6 seconds I saw of one of these, I go, haha. And then I go, wait a minute.
Ooh, 2 minutes, 11 seconds.
Like at the beginning, I was like, oh, haha, I see what you're, wait a minute.
Oh, it's still going.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm not offended. I just find it interesting.
It's more like a tap the friend on the shoulder kind of thing. Go like, hey, man,
oh, yeah.
I don't know if you...
Oh, yeah, like one time, you know, this is kind of like when a friend you respect, like, makes like a internalize, like they don't realize what they're doing, but they compare like, oh, this company is then sexually assaulting us or something like that. And you know what I mean? And it's like, okay, well, pump the brakes, champ.
I get you don't get that.
Right.
That's weird the way you said it.
Like, yeah, it's actually not like that.
Because it isn't.
Because it isn't that. But I get the feeling and the shape of what you're trying to go for, but talk to a woman.
Yeah.
Because what's happening
is you think that's such an absurd idea that it works as like an illusion.
Crazy. Yeah.
I do think like, you know, like you guys were saying, this is not new. If you've read an Isaac Asimov book,
literally,
you know that like mapping robots onto like real world, like
if you saw
contemporary
fucking Chappie, like
yeah, exactly.
Which, you know, I think kind of covered it.
Yeah,
not a great movie, but I'd say the topic's done.
It's not even a great movie, but like we've done level 1 of this.
Yeah.
Once you've done that in South Africa, the topic's covered.
Yeah.
It's been explored quite a bit, and I do think, and it's been explored in the 50s. Like Isaac Asimov is a very old writer, like long.
Okay, relax.
Leave him
like,
alone.
No need to be mean.
Well, I'm pretty sure
he's such a clanker, dude.
Dead.
What happened? What did you do?
.mov.
Don't watch it.
And also, they were taking it seriously. They weren't making yucks about it.
Well, because they weren't funny.
Oh,
they didn't fucking get it, dude.
Okay,
the twisted
you're right.
mind.
But this is.
But maybe this guy's not trying to be funny.
Well, yeah.
Maybe
so
he's trying to be serious.
He's like, this is actually.
This is a problem.
This is when I walked into my 6th grade, and I don't know why we did this in 6th grade. In 6th grade, I ran Animal Farm. I walked into the classroom and allegory was written on the whiteboard. Maybe he's gonna like at the end he's gonna go allegory. The animals. It's like World War II actually.
Remember?
I do love the parentheses so much.
But reminder.
But instead, because my audience is fucking stupid.
but it says homophobia, and in the 50s there was racism.
Right. And by the way, it's like a find replace.
Also, do they think there's not going to be racism against black people in
And does he think that his sweatpants are not going to be in the frame?
Are they regulation?
In 2050, cops wear sweatpants.
Okay, wait, let's actually play it.
God damn it.
Hey, Clanker, didn't you read the sign? This is the humans only bathroom. I guess I gotta teach you a lesson now.
Hold on. This guy should be a cartoon voice actor.
Yeah, this guy sounds...
It sounds like he's doing fully ADR.
He sounds cool. I'll give him that.
Hey, Clanker!
Hey, pal.
Hey, pal.
Get those little metal feet out of my building. I don't know.
Now, look, see here.
Oil breath. Robots are humans too? Okay, Buckethead. Then how many stop signs are in this photograph? That's what I thought. Tin skin.
The year's 2050, but robots can solve captures now.
Just like black people.
Robots are arguably better at captchas than humans are today.
Dude, me pulling the puzzle piece
really
in
bad
place?
at it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes there's a really tiny stoplight and I don't see it.
Yeah. Or it'll be like find all the vehicles and they'll cut something off and you're like, I think that's a part of a motorcycle. And it's like, gotcha, Clanker.
The bike's a vehicle.
Yeah, like, okay, there's so many questions that I have.
Whoa, look everyone, it's Jamal 3000. What's the matter, Jamal 3000? All out of Henny oil?
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Wait a second.
Hold on.
Oh my God, this is like...
Wait. Wait. Ooh.
It's, bad.
It's every white person's first specific for a racist sketch.
Yeah,
it's Jamal.
Oh, I didn't even...
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's
Jamal
the default
3000.
joke. It's the first joke. This is the white lib joke name equivalent of my pronouns are attack helicopter. But
wow, I didn't even... Sorry. I'm still caught on they needed a name specific. And they went with a stereo... They went with Tyrone.
Yeah, they hit
you know
him
what
with
I mean?
the default.
That's crazy, actually. But I was like thinking about this. Jonathan Colton has a song called Todd the T-1000, and it's funny. I just remembered that he made a joke about, and it's literally it's about the robots being authoritarian, which doesn't see color.
Oh, that's actually very nice. I just don't. This one's a little weird because it's pastiche.
Yeah,
it's so uninformed that I'm like, I'm not sure what the parallel.
Yeah.
What's the capture? Like in racism.
I need him to put the parentheses back so that I remember it's homophobia.
And what year is it?
Wait, okay, yeah, back up. This has become really funny to me in all the wrong ways.
What's the matter, Jamal 3000? All out of Henny oil?
Oh, Henny.
Oh, Henny, okay.
Oh my God, that's
cool.
just racism.
That's just regular racism.
That's what's wrong, Jamal, all out of Henny.
So in 2050, robots are black people?
And they have the same interests in watermelons, grape soda, Hennessy.
WD 20, but it's fried chickens in it or something?
WD-40, by the way. WD-20 is my father.
That was that's Michael Phoenix Jr. Because now I'm like struggling to access the bit in an all new way.
This one's crazy because they did just do black people. Like they didn't even I've seen ones where it's like a waitress and she's like, I was like, oh, I know the person who did this sketch, and I don't think she's like a racist person, and she probably got caught in the sauce, but then got destroyed in the comments, and it's like, I think she knows now and took the video down. But this one's crazy. Dude,
this guy's not even doing a 1-to-1. He's just doing a 1.
This is awesome. Wait, let's keep it going, dude. I'm set.
I'm back here. I'm with him.
I'm in, dude.
Come on, Jamal 3.
Jamal 3000.
I like Andre.
Jamal 3000.
Is it supposed to be like Andre?
Is he gonna do jokes about? Is he gonna do jokes about how he doesn't know his father? And
okay. Yeah. Should we make a couple calls?
Yeah.
No father. Went out to get milk will be the joke for that one. Or cigarette.
Of course. He's good at basketball.
Turn off that like beep boop hip hop. You know.
Oh
like that.
Yeah, that'll be good.
You already did the cop thing.
The techno music.
Do you notice the cop was in prison? Why was the cop in prison?
It was actually. This is so many layers of social commentary.
I just don't understand.
You're like small mind,
Fellas, we don't hang out with wirebacks. A new friend? Oh, Billy, that's great. Oh, Come on, Billy. That's enough playground for today. Besides, I don't want you playing with this bolt muncher. Hey, Rush Bucket.
That's like the Darman video. I've seen a Darman video like that.
Oh, and they're just like, so you see, actually, if a robot works hard and makes a lot of money, then you should not be racist.
That's literally the Darman video.
It turns out they were one of the good ones.
All right.
Hey, Rush Bucket. Hardware store's back that way. Come on, fellas. Let's teach this battery burner a lesson.
You know, at a certain point, me leaning back in the coffee place by my house, looking at my notes app, having brainstormed 40 slurs, I think at some point I go like, that might be, I was able to come up with a lot of this.
The thing that's funniest to me is getting into so many costume changes to do the same joke. To do the same joke over and over again.
A similar voice with a different AI-generated background, ironically.
Hey, blank.
Let's think about it.
I'm gonna have to blank you for being like stereotyped for black people.
Jamal
3000 is awesome.
It's so
dude, that would be
default.
if I had the balls, I'd change my Twitter display name to that.
Dude, we could be the new Outcast.
Oh
I'll
my
be
God. You'll be
big
Big
boy.
Bot. You'll be Big Bot. You'll be Big Bot, and I'll be Jamal 3000.
And now you think of one.
There's only 2 guys in that band.
Yeah, but no, you think of like a black person or something.
No.
That could be fun.
I refuse to think of a black person.
Got him.
Parentheses.
Woo.
Wait, there's a little parentheses in front of Anastasia that says, I am a racist.
I am a racist.
Oh, look who it is, fellas. It's Jamal 3000 sitting in the front of the bus.
Pause.
That's literally.
Whoa. He's doing back of the bus shit.
We should have guessed that one. Damn. This guy's doing the greatest hits.
Wait,
I
this
Have
is
a
like
Dream is probably going to be in here somewhere.
I have a fucking AI hallucination.
Yeah, I have
a dream of electric sheep.
I have a dream of electric sheep. I have a stable diffusion generation of electric sheep.
Yeah, there we go. If I didn't know any better, I'd think this guy knew that he was doing racism.
I gotta say,
I never thought it'd be this on the nose.
This is my favorite one.
Yeah, this is he's fucking owning it, dude.
You know, it's just now occurring to me that this guy probably thinks, no, but I'm saying it's bad. Mm-hmm. And I want to challenge him by saying, where? when do you say it's bad?
Oh my God.
And what part do you think is bad? Because I can't tell. It kind of feels like the joke is that we should never do it against robots.
Yeah.
But there's no issue.
There's also no punchline. Like, it's just like the joke is the pantomime of the racism. Down to the Jamal.
This is kind of.
And the Henny. The Henny was crazy.
We haven't got grape soda. We haven't got chicken.
Also,
Swimming, maybe, because electric.
By the way, the lack of imagination to just go Henny oil
computer.
Henny oil.
Hey, where are you going? You forgot your fried computer.
Yeah, you forgot your watermelon oil.
Laptop.
Yeah. Your fried chicken book.
Robot.
Your fried chicken robot. Fried chicken's fried in.
Chili
fucking oil.
Oh no, you can sit here, Jamal 3000. Just tell me how many traffic lights are in this photo.
Wait.
Greatest hits.
He got halfway.
He's playing the hits.
He's already reminiscing about jokes past.
These are like jazz standards.
Yeah. Wait,
we gotta get another Henny of it.
Wait a second. So not only did we not come up with a new name for Jamal 3000, because again that's the only black name. I mean robot name. Then he writes half the sketch and goes, "Well, I don't want to come off as racist. You're allowed to sit in the front of the bus, Jamal."
No. Remember in the 1950s how Rosa Parks was actually allowed to sit at the front of the bus because she did like an SAT.
Yeah, she could do an SAT question.
She had to do a Rubik's Cube in under 10 seconds.
Yeah, handed her a brain teaser.
Oh, fuck.
The idea that he's on a bus, but the seats have monitors in the back of the chairs like a fucking airplane.
That sounds awesome.
That's the future he wants.
Okay.
So, you're the cheaper labor that the company hired, huh?
Hold on. Is he a pauper from the 1920s?
This guy needs to work on, like, the main quality of his voices is projecting.
Yeah,
like,
it's
just
decibels.
Like, so! Wait, so what did he even say?
at the robot factory.
You're the cheap labor.
The cheap labor. Okay. Oh, okay.
Yes.
So we're diversifying.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not really, because this could, depending on the era, this could apply
Well,
to.
it's the 1950s.
It's the 1950s.
2050s.
It's 1950s, Frank.
So, you're the cheaper labor that the company hired, huh?
The company
it's
hired.
bankers like you that are ruining all the good-paying jobs around here. Now get lost. You know what's good for you.
Wait, hold on. That's racism from today.
Yeah, I don't.
That's racism from like 2025 right now.
I don't think in the 1950s the main issue that racists has was like economy oriented.
We can't have these black people working in our factories.
The damn cheap labor, dude. Kind of famously cheap labor.
And I do
Also,
love
there's
that.
a robot right behind him.
Yeah, I don't know if he knows that.
Look out!
I also do love that these men are so quick to violence. Like they're always cracking their knuckles and ready to strike.
Parentheses, I'm ready to attack you.
Oh, you're overheating, are you?
Okay, hold on.
He's like an inflated
Someone call
tube
Lorne
man.
Michaels. This guy is a character actor.
He's got it all.
He had to have his camera on like extra shutter speed to capture all the frames of motion.
Yeah. It's like when they shot the mask.
Hey, back up.
They've composited a CG version of his own face.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're overheating, are ya? With that big CPU fan? Bullshit! Now come on, George Droid. Looks like it's jail time for you, Rust Monkey.
Whoa.
He's
From
every
underground to the stratosphere.
and I said he didn't escalate his jokes.
Whoa. Okay.
It's crazy because everything we said about him is true.
right.
It's truer than we thought.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm going to say something that might be... Oh, boy, sorry. I was crying laughing out of my nose.
Is this still up?
Oh, let me double
As
check.
of last night.
That's
like,
crazy.
That one in particular is interesting, right? Because it's one of the rare times that they're like alluding to what is literally they're not even alluding to a kind of thing. There's a date on that. There's like a stamp, right?
Yeah, the one before I was like, oh, that's like what people say about immigrant labor today.
All right, I'm going to say something maybe controversial a little bit. I would say that is a joke all the way through if we're just talking about jock humor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a kind of generic setup, and then we genuinely were surprised by it, and it did kind of like get a rise out of me. The reason for that is because it is like consciously that was written, and this guy's like, people are gonna be like shocked by that. To be honest with you, it's maybe I'm insane. It's almost less sinister because of how transparent it is versus the like kind of cartoonish, like, hey, we're gonna put you in the fields, these robots.
It's almost for it to be at the end of this video. it's so hack. It's just like
what
so
else did black people do
unbelievably
recently?
hack. Because we've already been doing the same joke over and over, and. Wait, how does it? Oh,
and he already spliced the jokes together
and
for
then
remakes.
this is like when he said Henny oil. This time he just said like rust monkey. Like monkey's already a black people like can be used derogatorily for.
Get out of here, black robot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like he just said rust N-word.
No, literally, it's
What's
well. Hey, hang on. No, just kidding.
I'm just saying there's a slur, and then he just tacked rust onto it.
Let's in the edit make it so Anastasia said rust N-word instead of because you said the N-word.
No.
Yeah, I think we'll.
Jordan,
No,
no.
we'll
do you
it
think?
different.
Okay, like, do you think he has time to hit Martin Luther Bling?
Oh, I hope so. He hasn't touched grape soda chicken. Not being
and
able to
I
swim.
respect him for it.
Not being able to swim. It's a robot.
It's a robot,
Oh,
so
come on,
it's right
guys.
there.
This guy's bad at racism.
Yeah.
Mr. Droid? Let's sneak away, Jensen.
Oh, and then he walked like a Scooby-Doo guy. Well, like he was doing a sneaky.
But why is he doing
Also, I don't think Derek Chauvin snuck away. Is that?
Derek Chauvin, yeah.
I don't know what that's supposed to be.
He's just a big fan of Monty Python.
Oh,
and he said, I'll do a silly walk.
It literally feels like that is almost like an AI generated sketch where it's like the tone and tenor is like, okay, TikTok sketch by guy in suburban house. Now, what I don't know. What do we put in? We can do a George Floyd joke. Okay.
Well, it's like hat on a hat too, because like you've already said something extremely shocking. Walking away with a silly walk is like
it's insecure.
Doesn't do anything for me.
It feels a little insecure, like a little like it's like when a comedian will do like, and that's the moment I went to the store. So that shit makes me cringe so bad. It's like the fear that you won't get the laugh.
Yeah.
Where he's going like, and yeah, so all done with the George Floyd sketch. I'd best be going.
So can we look at the comments of that? Because that now I'm like, this is when I become Jane Goodall. You know what I mean? Amongst the blacks. Where I'm just like, what are people? Yeah, ain't even hiding the racism at this point. Divided by racism, united by even more. I don't know what that means. See these.
I have a dream, but it's a.
I've seen this person or this meme.
What am I looking at?
It's like a Martin Luther King speech, but they've put a robot over it.
But like, what is the robot?
It's got light bulb eyes.
Light bulb eyes. It looks like it's from SpongeBob.
It's not a robot that thrives in black and white. I'll be honest with you. Is that
robot SpongeBob? Yeah.
It's a SpongeBob light style.
Yeah. Okay. Can you Google robot? I think this is literally.
That's Martin Luther King.
Right. This isn't about robots anymore. This isn't okay. Robin hates bots.
Did they think it was about robots before?
They're like, okay, now you've gone too far.
He's reaching Johnson.
Oh, is that a George? That's a police brutality joke, I guess.
Wait, and he's
reaching like for a weapon, and he liked it.
Nice, cool. But yeah, people are really starting to connect with the Jamal 3000.
Yeah. Okay. So you know, his facial expression is it's for his stand-up special called "Canceled It."
Yeah, censored.
Okay, I just want to get a vibe of this person outside of this context. So here's one called 1920s Being Gay Then versus Now. This has to be good.
No parentheses. What's it about?
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
I am a man who does not drink, smoke, or gamble. You won't climb steel beams 100 stories up without any safety equipment at all? Well, then get your pansy ass off my job site. Blood on your hands? Mr. Oppenheimer, I am the one.
Oppenheimer's gay? Well, this guy's gay.
Is he gay or he's yelling at?
I think it's like the gay person is the one that won't do the hard labor.
Right.
Yeah, but in the first one, the gay person won't drink or smoke.
Like, is that a thing?
I don't know.
The being straight edge is gay?
Or maybe it's just like gay as in like the term that's gay. I don't know.
Let's see
actually, so far all this shit is so like, oh, you don't have a community of people that like with diverse experiences.
George Droid was a lot more straightforward.
I'm scared about what he's gonna say here because
this is
he's
the
like,
40s.
He's like, Mr. Oppenheimer, you think you've got blood on your hands? I'm
gay.
Finish that sentence. What's he about?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I am gay.
I'm a gay guy.
Mr. Oppenheimer, I am the one who dropped the bombs. Get this crybaby out of here.
What does that mean? Wait.
Oh.
Is he saying that?
Is Oppenheimer gay? the notorious womanizer.
That
guy slept with everyone.
Wait, is he supposed to be the Robert Downey Jr. character who's just like, you should be in trouble for killing billions?
Oh, I thought he was. Thought he was Harry Truman.
Yeah,
because like Harry Truman dropped the bombs,
and Harry Truman notoriously hated Oppenheimer,
and so that's what I thought.
And having sex with women. You notoriously liked being gay.
Interesting.
Is that a thing?
I love how he can't figure it out.
I can't figure it out.
You're a communist. Why, George? Why didn't you just say you liked other men? My favorite band is the Beatles. Who are we to tell women what they...
Okay.
In the 60s, you know who was always chasing after the Beatles screaming? It was gay men.
Gay men, yeah.
Famously. Women, straight women, hate the Beatles.
It's confusing because he's alternating between talking to a gay guy and being a gay guy.
Dude, this honestly is a very good sketch as guy who doesn't know what gay means.
Yeah.
And like, oh yeah, look at these
guy who doesn't know what reverse shot cinematography is.
First film.
And it's just like, are these stereotypes?
I'm genuinely having trouble following it, and I'm not trying to be obtuse.
Look how excited he was to get to the 50s, and he gets to do the voice
Favorite
again.
band is the Beatles. Who are we to tell women what they can and can't do with their bodies? So yes, I am a male feminist.
Okay,
It's
wait.
the
So
70s.
he definitely is like pro-life.
Yeah, that's good. Good to sneak that in, by the way. Good to like. It's actually good world
love
building. He's telling us a lot
I
about
love the
himself.
classic male feminism fist he's doing.
Oh yeah, feminism. We
Yeah.
always raise our fists.
Yeah.
Dude, me personally, I'm a male feminist.
right.
And
Also, the
Wakanda
most-
forever.
Well, yeah, the Black Panthers, they did Wakanda forever.
Yeah, the 70s. Are you kidding?
The
Who was
70s,
doing
yeah.
that fist?
Some like Guido in the 70s outside a deli. Like, yeah, that's one thing for me.
I've passed on because I had AIDS.
Oh no!
Thank you for the.
God.
Dude, I literally, the moment it happened, I'm like, okay, I get it. Epic.
Yeah, I got
But
it as
then
well.
I don't even know which part's
Hey,
worse.
look, we can't have our cake and eat it too. We asked him to put the parentheses back. He
true.
put the parentheticals in his mouth.
So this guy has just bad opinions and
I think it's hilarious.
I think he's epic, honestly.
Joke.
Because it's like, parentheses, we aren't. we aren't
This is a
bigots.
lie.
so there are going back to
Bigot-phobia.
the robophobia.
Okay.
Can we go back to the robophobia?
I
want
want to finish this
I
out
wanna know
because
what it was like in the
he
90s.
we've made it halfway through the video,
No,
but
I thought that was the
we've
end.
traversed 60
We have
years.
40 years still left to go.
Yeah,
Okay,
we have
let's
40
keep
years
going.
No,
left.
30. No, 50. Whatever. No.
We have
It's okay.
we have 5 more decades to go.
Yeah.
Because 1980s, 1990s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020s.
Yeah.
Hey bros, have you seen my Spice Girls CD? We must stop the terror. I call upon all nations to
Wait.
do it.
He's
Hold on.
like,
so
I can-
George Bush.
no. He's alternating talking to gay people versus
That's
being
right.
gay.
Okay, so in the 90s, he was doing the Jamal equivalent of a gay voice. He was doing the default
It's like
jokes.
so because there is a mix of people who, much like the races, some of them understand that they're doing racism, and some of them are doing the trend and got caught up in it and felt bad and maybe took the video down. I'm thinking back to the mild amount of benefit of the doubt I gave him on Jamal 3000
Yeah.
the first time it came through.
This is actually a perfect video for anybody.
Well,
that
no,
was,
you can stop there.
It's honestly this is
honestly
the best
perfect
short
video.
film I've seen. This is a perfect video for anybody who was like, okay, aren't you reading a little bit into this by saying like there's something sinister about the other video? It's a joke about robots. I'm like, look what's directly below the surface.
Must stop the terror. I call upon all nations to do what they can to stop these terrorist killers. Thank you. Now watch this drive.
I remember.
Well, I have a
Wait, so he
beautiful.
is saying George Bush is
George
gay.
Bush is a gay guy.
And he's literally just doing a famous George Bush clip.
No, dude.
Anastasia's frozen.
You know
I
what?
don't.
You know
I
what?
don't understand.
I know exactly what this is. This is you ever go to like an open mic or something and the person up there is just doing setups for impressions that they haven't developed since like the mid 2000s. So it's like, that reminds me of probably what Chevy Chase would say.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? I'm Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
Just set up
What
for
if
impressions.
George W. Bush were gay? It might sound a little like this.
George Bush. Yeah, what's the deal with Hinge? Kind of reminds me of Oppenheimer.
Okay, wait. 2010s. He's behind houses. Do you think it's gonna be an Obama impression? Because he's done
'Cause
Bush.
then he
he's
is
gonna do it. He's
gay.
gonna go. Look,
I'm gay.
I've got to bail out the banks. Sasha, Malia, Michelle.
And have sex with men. I'm gay. Remember?
Well, I have a beautiful home, and 2 wonderful kids that I adopted with my husband Mark, and I don't know, pretty peaceful, pretty normal life.
Right.
My name is Richard Soar. I've had 5 COVID boosters and am
Adam
voting for
Connor.
Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
He's doing Adam Ruins Everything.
Adam ruins comedy.
My name is Richard Soar. I've had 5 COVID boosters and am voting for Kamala Harris to save democracy.
Oh, the funny long
Only
breath.
a
That's
gay guy would wear a mask.
good. Yeah. And did you see his room was pink? Like a gay guy? Wait, sorry. I'm as you know, I'm an alt-right conservative.
Right.
I'm pivoting. I keep forgetting what my opinions are supposed to be. So
I am clearly the wrong person to analyze this because I do not understand the joke most of the time.
that it is like impossible to pass what he's saying because I don't know what his grievances are.
Right.
Because I think his grievance is people being gay. That's the thing. So it's
mean,
like, imagine
Like
someone was.
maybe if we hated gay men, we would think this is funny.
Yeah, that's true.
It's also just like lazy. Like,
Well, the AIDS thing is just like, it's disgusting, it's gross, it's homophobic.
And the
but it's also
first idea,
hack. It's
yeah.
also like so fucking like
It's airplane
lame.
food.
Lazy, yeah.
I just don't. It's so telling how it's kind of funny the moment you get to his actual lifetime, like the times when he was alive, he has no commentary.
Yeah.
Like the moment it's not something he's seen other people make jokes about, he's just like, COVID. I guess I don't know.
So we like one nice thing about social media is that when there is a trend, there will be a response to that trend. And I think that to wrap this up, instead of it being on this note, there are people of color making this like kind of reclaiming this trend a bit. And I haven't seen these, so I'm curious to see like, you know, is it funny?
Yeah, if a TikTok trend is trending, everyone's got to jump on it.
Everyone's gonna
'cause
jump on it.
You're gonna get views.
Jump
but
on it.
It's interesting to
Remember the
see this
song?
perspective. We'll see.
Yeah.
So where are you from? California?
Saying
No. Like, where are your parts manufactured?
That's like a joke.
Well, so that's like also it comes back to it is different when you are like, these are experiences that I've had,
yeah.
and it's someone who has shared those experiences and is now turning them on
And
its
like,
head.
isn't a joke that the other people making these videos can make because that's like, it's too small. It's not broad enough. It's
but structurally, it is still the like find and replace. It just doesn't find and replace into racism.
to murder.
It
So we should watch
makes
more
it-
before we.
I feel like it's different coming from the perspective of someone with lived experience.
Exactly.
It's just different when someone has lived experience in something, and it's also more nuanced.
It's like
than,
why the Dave Chappelle trans jokes, like, I mean, other than them being transphobic, like don't land. It's because like, why are you suddenly presenting as an authority on this?
Are your natural wires that long, or are those extension cords? No, I didn't even think you were a robot when we first met. You're so human passing. Ugh, cyborg babies are so cute.
Oh my God. See, this is, it's like what you can actually commentate on when you have a lived experience is nuance.
And it's this, by the way, is like nuance is perfect. It's also, this is the day-to-day villain that you make the joke
Right.
of. This is like the
It's not-
actual thing you're making a parody of, as opposed to like
The cartoon.
Looney Tunes level
Yeah.
comedy about a serious thing. Because like, it's literally somebody going like, okay, black people.
Right,
What
it's-
are they all about? Getting killed by the cops?
Yeah, it's a lived experience versus the headlines you see on Fox
Yeah,
News.
it's like, what do they do? What's their thing?
Yeah.
Well, there was Rosa Parks, and then a bunch of nothing happened, and
they like Hennessy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very
I don't know.
telling like what details they choose to include because it reveals the depth of their knowledge about a subject or a topic.
dude, watching Get Out and being like, oh, he would vote for Obama. Third time, that's kind of nice.
Yeah,
That's kind of him. I will hope that. Beep, beep.
He's
Also
a good
thing.
Or
guy,
like,
actually.
it's like there's even stuff here about like black hair and like you know, like the questions that you get, like both that I can relate to from the like, oh, can I touch your hair type thing, but then that I can't relate to that black women experience, that like I'm sure black women like being asked about a million questions about their hair, et cetera, like can relate to this. And that's the relatability of it is an aspect of the comedy, because who can relate to the other thing, right? I guess if you're like, hey, me too, I also did racism as a cop.
Yeah, this actually is more my personal
I
experience.
mean, I went to school with Jamal 3000,
That's right. Oh,
and he
fuck.
loved Henny oil.
Dude, being black in the 2020s.
How lazy Henny oil. It's just the word plus oil. Like extension cords is a
like
pun.
It's a pun.
And it
like,
works.
And it's like, dude, this is what's so tiring about. I don't know why. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was telling everyone that you can't critique comedy. Like, why? No, it's like interesting to think about.
I'm not laughing out loud yet. It's just, like I'm not saying like I'm not faking a laughter because I don't laugh sometimes at the people I find funniest.
I read it. No,
but
snort.
also I'm like, you know what? This isn't my cup of tea humor.
Right.
This type of like mapping stuff.
Yeah.
TikTok humor.
Listening to black people, not your style.
But that being said,
not us. We would sit down and listen as we're interrupting.
Just crafting of a joke. You can tell this person has an understanding of the subject matter. That is where the nuance comes from. Like you said, extension cords. That's actually a funny pun.
And it's like
even if it's not because the funny aspect of it is subjective, but it is a pun.
Yeah.
Like Henny oil is like that is just saying Hennessy, Henny plus oil. Like they
like a robot's
it's like a template.
oil.
It's like the Mad Lib template where I'm like, I'm gonna come back to this with a funnier reference to me.
Yeah, this is a first thought, best thought.
Yeah,
like, yeah, that'll do. Like they should have a little brackets like punch up later. Yeah. Come up with a joke here.
Like I wonder if a black guy was doing the same shtick of like, I'm a cop in the future and I'm pulling over a robot driver. What difference would there be there? Like,
well, I think that you'd be able to pull from the nuance of the experience where it's like a lot of black people have had experiences with the cops or have had relatives who have had experience with the cops. And when these like, when black people are shot by the police, that is like, it hurts not just from a like material, like what is happening, but also what it represents and the kind of generations of pain, the echoes of which are felt in a community because of the history with the institution of the cops.
I mean, I guess the place my brain went immediately when the first thing I thought of when I saw this whole trend in general, my brain went to like, okay, so wait, what is like an actual version that I would think is like at least a decent premise? And I'm like, okay, well, this shit's just fucking lazy. What is an experience I specifically just like have often and very recently happens again is following a robot around a store because you think they're going to shoplift. That's like something that literally does happen and can be built on, as opposed to like whatever. It does just feel like black people. What are they all about? There's Hennessy and getting killed. All done. And the two people that did civil rights, I remember those two.
Also,
and something about a bus.
I think the robot was there.
We're also not looking at the robot part of it. Like she's talking about like where are your parts made and like cyborgs. It's like, okay, yeah, cyborgs are like half robot, half human, right?
And also the way that people talk about biracial children.
Yeah, exactly. So then you look at the guys that we looked at previously. It's almost like they're just forgetting the robot part of it.
Yeah,
they're just doing the black part of it.
Because the funny comes from the specifics, and like if we live in this world, if this is true, what else is true? When you're able to like do that comedy math like in front of an audience and land like a joke that makes sense in the universe, usually the audience laughing goes, oh, that is so true, like that is so true, that is what it would be, that is how it would happen.
It's like the little hat trick method, right, where she hit you with a strong premise, subverted it a little, hit you with the punchline, and then there was a pun to play with while your brain was processing.
Yeah.
And again, it's like I'm not laughing out loud, but I can recognize this as comedy.
Yeah.
It's like, I know, it's so fucking
Let's
funny,
watch
dude.
some more.
Yeah, did you hear Disney's coming out with a new live action movie? They're trying to get a robot to play the main lead. I don't know. I just wish they would actually just make new Robo movies, you know? I just don't know why we have to change original plots.
Like there is stuff in this that is just, swapping the stuff, but like there is a like you can be
white and make deeper cut jokes and references. And it would, it's like it would take a deft comedian to do that, but it has happened before. It's like, it's like Neil Brennan was like a co-writer with Dave Chappelle on, some of Dave Chappelle's like best work pre-transphobia.
Which you think is his best work.
This isn't about my top one list. Cyborg Poetry Slam. Oh my! Wait, let's watch Hampton. I actually, because the hat that the pink hat that I wear is actually his merch. The Cyborg gets on stage at a Clanker open mic. See, that's already a complex premise.
Yeah, right.
Because it's a cyborg, and you have to know that a cyborg is a part human, part robot. And then they're on stage at a Clanker open mic, so it's robots only. So now they're creating, like, that is creating conflict that'll probably be the potentially the driving force in the comedy. I don't know. I don't remember.
A Clanker, my father a flesh monkey, half human, half robot. My mind was lost in Chat GPT.
And like I said, there's also the performance of it too, which adds to what makes it funny.
Which isn't only redneck voice or "Hey, pal." I just think it's so much that the thumbnail for 90% of these I've seen is guy in Spirit of Halloween cop outfit doing 50s voice with the parentheses of the explain the joke heads up. Because it's like, what do black people do? Get killed by the police.
All right, let's keep watching this.
Half robot, my mind was lost in Chat GPT. One day I'm drinking oil, the next day it's knee surgery. If someone could rewrite a code to rewrite my code to rewrite the code to get me out of this cyborg matrix, stop.
XRT. Del Hooks. Del Hooks is really good.
Del Hooks is nice.
I think my disc skipped. Or maybe my tongue slipped. Because if I stood up and said that we could all be clankers, Bill Gates would take my soul and I just might thank him.
Wow. Praise Bill.
Y'all not hearing
Praise
him.
Bill all
Y'all
the
not
time.
hearing him.
We're not praising Bill.
Hey, get him out of here.
He's an abomination.
Your only event.
In my veins, it's wires. Instead of a chip, it's cerebellum. This ain't Enron, but we all gotta pay an arm and a leg to Elon.
Yeah.
Varying. I because I've committed to explaining the joke. It's like it is funny because if it was the same sound every time, you would expect the sound. So then you gosh, what's the term? Subvert that.
Yeah.
You kind of change that expectation.
And even Del Hooks is it's not some insanely esoteric reference or something. But it cracked me up because it is like a throwaway to the side. Only really caught it in between. I almost missed it. The joke being like, "Hey, what about this?" As opposed to robot Bell Hooks is here because it's a robot that was a black person.
It's like you've got to meld, like when you put something. It's like if you're painting, you want to blend the colors. So it's like you can't just put the references on top of it. It has to all kind of congeal together.
Yeah. In one of those other sketches, it's the 50s or whatever, 2050s. Instead, that sketch would be like, "Hi, I'm Del Hooks." Cut to him dressed as an Italian mobster saying "You gotta get these robo-bobos out of here, huh?"
One of the top comments is logic if he had 10% robot in it. I'm just trying to end on it. Because this is funny and doesn't punch down to any community.
Oh, we haven't even talked about punching up versus punching down.
Yeah. Because it's in that concept in comedy is basically just where the power is, right? Because if you're someone in power joking at the expense of someone who is not in power, then you're punching down, and the reverse is true for punching up. So if I'm to make a joke as a white guy about black people in the 50s based on their position in society, that would be punching down because or it's why actually a better example, a more current example, since we already mentioned Dave Chappelle, is making jokes to the extent of trans people. I saw someone say this and I can't remember who, but it's okay,
now trans people are even worse off than they were before. Now what? When did the joke stop?
Yeah, what's the
it's like because you're already kicking this community while it's down.
And it's like you can punch down and be very funny. You've just set yourself a higher target.
It's harder.
And you guys
to
are
be
not
funny
enough to do it.
Yeah,
but it doesn't
it's
surprise.
Babe Ruth calling, and he doesn't have like a bat.
Yeah,
it's just
like we see people watch Olympians or on Sunday Night Football, people going, "Ugh, this quarterback there, I could do that."
Yeah,
you know what I mean. People think that, and I guarantee they think that way about comedy.
Oh my god!
And so,
dude, I'm the funniest guy in my office.
Right, of course. And so that's how we get into trouble. But anyway,
the more I think about it, it really does bother me that people are just like, "Oh, great, we're explaining the joke." I'm like, why not? Why are you talking about something? Why would you have thoughts about something? Just sit back and watch the sketch called Chinese Guy Goes Somewhere.
Just enjoy it.
Look, I put the tape on my eyes and I worked really hard on the sketch. It's really long. There's no joke.
Speaking of no jokes, that's the end of the Sad Boys podcast where nothing funny happens.
Not allowed.
We're about to wind down over here and spin up like a hard disk, the Patreon exclusive Sad Boyz Nightz, where there are a lot of these, and there is one made by some people that we know.
Yeah.
So, and actually, we're just running out of time. But if you want to see us comment on one of these Clanker videos by some people that we may have met before, interacted with, maybe even know some of the writers, get a little peek behind the racist curtain over there. But also,
no snitches.
There's no snitches. Keep it private. Shh. But the main thing we'll be talking about over there is this what are they? Some French friends?
I think they're American.
They're American.
Oh,
they're going to
France.
Well,
So two Americans
being worldly
walk into a bar.
They get trapped in Africa, which isn't that the worst thing in the world?
Isn't that the craziest shit in the world? Yeah, they accidentally, instead of going to France, go to Africa, and they make content out of it like going to Africa is the most insane shit anyone's ever done.
Like they are the Martian.
hey, Mr. Airplane ticket tender, can I please have 2 tickets to Nice?
Please?
Tunisia, yes.
Of course.
Here you are, 2 tickets to Tunisia.
Well, I'll keep looking up at the ceiling. I assume that the boarding pass says exactly what it...
This is a real thing that happened on TikTok, and we're going to try to figure out if it's cap, if it's fact or cap, actually. But you can find that on patreon.com/sadboys using only your discretionary entertainment spending of $5 a month or more if you're nasty.
You're sick. If
you're sick and twisted, like my wires.
Oh, yes. I'm racist.
But I'm going to have to undo that with pliers.
Yes. And I'm black. The sketch.
Yeah.
In the sketch, I'm black.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Boo.
Obama.
Boo. Obama.
Obama.
You just yell Obama. Obama. You're just yelling it like may the power of Christ compel you. Obama.
Much love, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning your frequencies to tuning that dial. Thanks for clicking on our fucking podcast. Anyway, we end every episode of the podcast. We end every episode of Sad Boys with a particular phrase.
We love you.
And we're sorry.
Boom.
Beep boop.
Beep.
Gucci girl, how you doing? How you moving, girl? Moving, girl. How's your day looking? That future girl, yeah, we on now. Take my money, go away, or you want it? Girl, too rich for me.